I have noticed that some people have a negative attitude about marriage. I remember there was one episode of the Three Stooges in which the Three Stooges became census takers, and Moe asked one of his clients, a man, "Are you married or happy?" And then, of course, there are all those "take my wife" jokes, and then people there's also an old song from the 1930s that with the name of some like "the wedding bells are signaling the end of my gang" or something. But it's so many. I mean, marriage is supposed to be a happy occasion, a happy institution. It's supposed to be a happy relationship agreement between the people who agree to enter into it. So it really bothers me. So many people have this negative attitude toward marriage, and then of course that's often from the people within it. Then from outside relationships, you often hear people. Sometimes the people who are not in relationships are probably jealous of those who are in relationships. You always might hear people say bros before hoes, or the less offensive version, pals before gals. But still, this really bothers me that there's so much negativity toward marriage. Of course, then we always hear all the old ball and chain jokes or whatever, and of course I've heard jokes about how being married castrates or neuters a man, or people always say no more wild crazy nights, etc. But it's ridiculous, all this negativity toward marriage. Why do people even get married in the first place? They're going to have this negative attitude. Let me see, as far as I can, let's see, my grandparents were married for about 50 years or more, and as far as I can tell, they were both very happy. My parents have been married for 1 year longer than I've been alive, and they're both very happy with it. And as far as I can tell, my brother and all my cousins are very happy with their marriages as well. So if I ever get married, I'm going to put effort into it. If I ever feel dissatisfaction with my marriage, I'm going to work to resolve it. I'm not just going to simply ignore it or hope that it will simply go away on its own. No, I would never have a negative attitude toward marriage. I don't think anyone should be seeking to be married in the first place if they have a negative attitude toward it. So that's just how I feel. But what does everyone else have to say about this? Do you have any idea why some people have such a negative attitude toward marriage, why they make jokes like that? I mean, yes, they play them off as jokes, but still, those jokes make it clear that there's some sort of underlying negative attitude toward marriage. So what do you have to say in this matter? I'd be very interested to hear your thoughts and feedback. Thank you very much.